Hey, it's Bill coming at you again from California. Santa Monica, California, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember everything I'm supposed to cover. Sometimes that's the biggest battle. I want to finish first with the offer I had made in Northern Oregon. I'm sorry, Southern Oregon. Uh, I know I didn't finish. I just watched it right before. So let me finish with that. The offer was that 100 acres split 50. I want waterfront, and I'd really rather it be a river because, well, I want to use it for fly fishing, and the best way to teach fly fishing or enjoy it for me is in a moving waters over standing still or pond or lake. That's the only reason. A pond or a lake would work, and there is a piece that I'm looking at. It's a peninsula on a lake. So, but anyway, now I've forgotten why I was telling you that. Oh, that was the rest of the offer was at least 50 acres of the 100. Um, I don't need more than that. I would negotiate more than that. I'd negotiate any amount of land. And what I am willing to trade in for that is, you saw Mrs. Kramer's home. I'll build anything from a 800 square foot luxury single bedroom chateau cottage to the largest drawing you can draw. I mean, I don't care. I used to do high rises, so I don't care what you draw. If it can be built, I will build it. But obviously, if we're doing that, we're not trading 50 acres. But you get the idea. But I would do any, and I mean, for high rises, I don't really want to do a high rise anymore because the only reason I ever got into it was to say I did it. There's no, even most beautiful high rises, what we consider beautiful is still, even, I hate saying it, Mrs. Kramer's home, and I hate saying this even more, Mar-a-Lago has much finer interior details than Mrs. Kramer's had. Not that it doesn't have that kind of detail, it's just Mar-a-Lago is filthy with it. It's everywhere. And, you know, there are still craftsmen that retain that kind of quality, but they also demand a premium for it. And Mrs. Kramer paid for that, but you can. I mean, we could duplicate the Biltmore if I wanted to. I could do it. But you better have, the only person I can think of, there's two people I could think of that could probably afford to do it today and still have money left over to run it. It'd be Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, or I don't remember his name because my wife would know. She's the only reason I bought stock in it is the guy that has Amazon. Can't even remember his first name. But anyway, you know, first of all, he deserves everything that he's earned because he earned all of it. And I don't know anything about him, his moral values, and like Warren Buffett, I think the most of him. I think that man has shown outstanding moral values and has risen above anybody that I know other than this particular CEO of Amazon. And again, I don't know anything about him, and I probably never will because I'm out of that world, and I don't plan on ever being back in it because it us. It has too many lures that I'm not attracted to anymore, but I've already been there. I know what they look like, and I know what the people that are fishing for them. I know the people that are biting, and I know the people that are fishing. I don't want to buy, be, or associate with any of them. It's not a hate thing. If they want to live that, that's fine. But I can't live like that anymore. I want it to be like I said. I don't have to lie to people. I want people, when I tell them the truth, to understand, oh, he's just telling me the truth. I upset him. Let's talk about it, figure it out. That's something I can live with. Having to lie to somebody so that I can protect their feelings, so that I have to remember it later on, which I can't do, means that I'm going to lie, which means I'm going to lose their trust in them. I can't win, because with my brain injury, I have to tell the truth now. The little lies I used to tell, I can't even get away with, which discredits everything that I didn't tell lies about. So I'm forced to tell the truth now. And if I butter it up, it bites me. So I'd rather it bite you than me. And I know sounds like it's rude and too direct, or whatever you want to call it. But the truth is, when you accept it, not only to receive but give, there's a freedom in it that you'll never, ever, ever experience without having it. I know it's impossible to believe, but you have to be willing to accept everything. Everything. But at the same time, whoever you're going to accept it from has to be willing to do the same. And that's where it becomes very difficult. But I promise you, if you don't waver from your values, and again, you're not going to align with my values. What I have to do is align with your values that align with my values. And I can still make that work with people I can get along with, all the way from being on my property and being worth the agreement we have, and still staying apart. I can live with that, because everyone has a value. As long as you don't exceed that value to your worth, we're going to get along. We just have to know where we get along. And if it's being completely apart on two opposite ends of the property, fine. Because if it brings if it brings an acceptable average, and I don't know what that is yet, but I'm saying anything above 30 or 40% happiness to 30 or 40% of the population, it's probably worth at least working with and seeing to find a better even ground. That's what I'm saying. But we'll see. Like I said, it's new for me. I didn't get where I was at following all of those rules. So, this is an all new experiment for me. I know I'm fading in and out. Like, first thing this morning, I should have known. I should have known, now that I think of it. I should have known. Right off the bat, first thing this morning, I should have known. I was sitting over here. I was doing my morning whatever these things are called. Getting ready to get out of here. And I was sitting down to make sure I was all good, because I have to make sure. I have to do like 3 checks to make sure I have everything before I leave. And I sit down to do the last of that. My poor pink chair my 70s chair that I had so proudly found, finally gave way. It gave its final effort. All I'm sitting on right now is its poor poor, decrepit soul. There is nothing left of it other than what might equate to literally 3 sheets of the really good quilted Charmin toilet paper, not the other good stuff, just the toilet paper. That's what I'm sitting on. But anyway, I'm babbling again. I apologize. I'm just in a good mood. I have to find ways after a day like today. Most people they would find ways to be angry at it. And I used to be one of those people. That's why I take the time when I have these nights to at least put it down, so maybe one day somebody will say, hey, you know what, I got a better way of thinking about it. Because even though I paid for it, it comes out of everybody's check every week. However you get your check, it comes out, trust me. They didn't ask me when they took it out. They do. They tell you. They even make you fill out a form. I don't remember filling out a form that says, hey, by the way, dickhead, make sure when I'm whacked in the head, have a 12-inch scar on my head, that I can get paid. No, they're going to make it as difficult as they can. You know why? I know why. And I can explain this to you in a brief moment, because I don't want this to be an all-out bullshit moment. But that's where I'm at. But the reason why is, again, our country wants to control us. They don't want to be controlled. They want to control us. So what better way to control us than to provide for us? It's what they do. And, like I told you, I always look for the positive in everything. I already explained to you the whole idea of the mafia. The government didn't want the mafia. They threw Al Capone in there. I didn't finish that one. That's what they gathered him on this is why it's ironic. The way they got him was for not paying taxes, tax invasion. The Constitution, right in it, clearly states taxation without representation is against the Constitution. In today's world, Al Capone would have gotten lawyers that would have gotten him off, because we don't have any representation for our tax dollars. None. That's why I tell you right now, it won't surprise me one little bit. I always said, from the youngest of age, when I understood what a revolution was, when do you learn that? 7th, 8th grade? I literally started saying by the time I was 9 or 10 years old, I said we would have a revolution in this country while I was still alive if something unusual didn't happen, like the ding in the head. And that didn't even kill me. So I'm still gone. I still have a chance, and it's just festering, because it's not what our country is built on. And time, even though it runs forward, repeats. And it repeats and repeats and it repeats. And you know why? Because history always comes back to the beginning. And it's always overagreed. Every time. I don't make the rules. And I believe it was Vanderbilt that said, invest in land. They don't make any more of it. Wisest advice you'll ever get. And it didn't come from me. I just always reminding you. But they don't make any more of it. I mean, it does make itself, but very, very long time for us to be able to profit from. Well, today we can actually profit from it. Lava comes out, we can actually harvest it, make it in for our barbecues and such things. That is what it is. It is just molten glass, more or less. I'm not a scientist, but I know what it basically is. Alright, I think I rambled on quite enough for the evening, and I like to try and end it with something humorous. Let me see if I can't think of something funny that happened today. I know there's something. There's always something. Let's see, I just have to pick one. I got so many messed up things that happened to me. What did I do that was messed up? That's a stupid question. What did I do that was stupid today? That's a loaded question is what that is. It's not stupid, it's loaded. I don't know. Now that I'm under a jam, I can't think of one. So I'm just going to say goodnight. Have a great evening, everybody. Again, smile. Always smile. They're contagious. And we could use a lot more of them, especially out here in California, where there isn't any reason other than people themselves to not smile. Oh, think about it. If you smile, they smile, California gets better. Keep it a secret. No. Tell everyone. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.